Hey everybody, thanks for checking into the Stonk report again. I am thankful that you are here. I do want to ask this question: is Tesla underpriced? My answer, I go in a few different directions here, but before I get into that, I do want to encourage you check out my TikTok. I just started this 11 days ago, and the response has been great. 232 followers already in such a short amount of time. I do these 1 minute Stonk report videos. Really enjoying it. Feedback's been great. Getting a lot of interaction there. So check that out. But hey, I do want to ask this question: is Tesla overpriced? I mean, we are getting to ridiculous levels with this stock price. I mean, we're talking about PE ratios. I want to say what, 1300, over 1300 PE ratios. I mean, your boomer parents and grandparents, they're used to somewhere between $10 and $15 for a PE ratio, and here we are at $1,300. This stock price has only been going up insane amounts over the past year, past 2 years, past 5 years. And yet, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm saying this. We may not be overpriced with Tesla. Tesla may be an incredible bargain right now. Now, I do want to differentiate. It costs $4,000 to get into an at the money weekly call. In other words, a call expiring next Thursday, because Friday is Christmas. So call expiring on Thursday. If you bought an at the money call, it costs you $4,000 just to get in. That is ridiculous. And people are still doing it. And I understand for day traders, sure, go ahead and do that. But for just somebody trying to make a few bucks, it's like, and you're not a day trader, that's unbelievable. Stay away from that. But honestly, Tesla might be underpriced. I can't believe I'm saying that. And so where am I going? Why do I think that? Even though we're talking about $1,300 PE ratios. 1,300 price earnings. Well, all right, here is my thesis statement as to why we may still be at the beginning with Tesla. We may still be at the top of the first inning. All right, here's what I think. I think Tesla will one day be the biggest car company in the world. And I don't think it's even really going to be close. Maybe one of those Chinese companies will dominate the Chinese market, and maybe they'll go to Korea and Japan, and maybe India will have the infrastructure, and their 1.2 to 1.4 billion people will be able to buy Neo or Xpeng or there's several startups in China that they're doing what we should be doing here in the United States. But it's only Tesla as far as, and there's Nikola. I mean, who's going to buy Nikola right now? Any hands? I'm not. I'm staying away from them. It's an imposter company. But Tesla, for sure in the United States, will one day be the biggest car company in the United States. And I think in the world. And let's talk about the United States first. Do any of you have any faith that these United States, the traditional companies, Ford, Dodge, GM, Chevy, whoever else, you think that they're going to be able to keep up with the innovation with Tesla? It's like they're Kodak in 1995. They're JCPenney. They're Sears. They are still making money on their gasoline-powered vehicles. And for them to shift gears and to devote as much energy as is needed into electric vehicles, that means short to medium term losses for them. And they're not willing to do that. That means their stock price is going to go down, that they're going to have some angry investors. And so stay with the status quo. They need to be devoting more than 50% of their energy into electric vehicles, and they're just not willing to do that. And even if they were, I have no faith in them that they'll be able to figure it out and that they'll be able to keep up with Tesla in this market. And so we have countries like the UK. The UK is banning the sales of new gasoline and diesel vehicles in 2030, by 2030. The United States, California will soon follow suit. The United States, other countries will follow suit with that. So 2040, 2050, you're going to have companies like Ford and GM and all these. What are they going to do? They're just going to cease to exist. I think they're all going to run out of business by the middle of this century. And then Tesla will be there, and they will have positioned themselves amazingly. And honestly, I think that there is plenty of room for a startup company to take some of that market as well. But Tesla is just so far ahead of the curve. All right, where is Tesla right now? Let me show you this chart here. Automotive industry, Tesla vehicle sales, Tesla actual versus Tesla projection. We are there. 0.5 million vehicle sales annually by 2040. And I fully believe this, that Tesla will have 44.4 million sales of their electric vehicles. So you chart out that PE versus where it is now. I mean, we could go to 2030. They'll have 20.9 million. And then that curve will flatten. I know that's a trigger word, but then the curve will start to flatten. But 20.9 million annual electric vehicle sales by 2030. We are just, I mean, like I said, the top of the first inning of this ball game here. The expectation, I don't even want to say potential, the expectation for growth to continue like this is astronomical. And so what does that mean for their stock price? You know, a lot of people who are buying into their stock, they see this chart and they see, yes, it's a reasonable investment for me to get into Tesla right now. I can't blame them for that. Now, options, it's a different story. If you have the capital to invest into Leaps, you know, an option expiring in January of 2023, you need about $25,000 last I checked, then that's a no-brainer for me. But I'm not able or willing to invest $25,000 into a Leap. But no-brainer. Honestly, it's a no-brainer. So, anyway, looking at that, we are at the tip of the iceberg, the beginning of the ball game. Tesla has a lot of room to grow. And not only in the United States, did you know China has given Tesla their blessing. Now they have backed NIO. They have a handful of competitors there. And China is doing what the United States should be doing as far as businesses are concerned with their innovation in the electric vehicle market. But Tesla has a head start, not only in China, in Korea, in Japan. Tesla is cool all over the world. And as it should be, that is a brand that it's like, it is hip to own a Tesla. We're seeing more and more Teslas on the road. We will see, if you go to China, you will halfway through this decade see plenty of Tesla vehicles on the road along with the competitors. But you'll see more Tesla than you will NIO or Xpeng, etc. And so the growth is not just for the United States. We're going to be seeing this all over the developed world. I don't know about Europe. I haven't done enough research about Europe. It doesn't matter. Europe, the population is decreasing. Europe's going to be a Muslim continent by the middle of this century. I have no idea what that means for Tesla, but it doesn't matter because China, India, Korea, Japan, that's where it's at. Numbers of population, that's where it's at. So anyway, it's just looking unbelievable right now for Tesla. I mean, it's totally believable, but they have such a huge head start. It's only going to yield unbelievable results for them. Very believable results. Sorry. Anyway, there's another thing I want to talk about with Tesla. And you already know this, but the self-driving. But let's just get a little bit of perspective into our brains when it comes to self-driving. Okay. These are going to be questions in our lifetimes if you are relatively young, if you're Gen X or younger. These are questions that you are going to hear. Remember when most people owned their own vehicles? Remember when we used to drive ourselves around? Remember when we had 30,000 traffic-related deaths a year in the United States alone and we did nothing about it? Those are questions that you're just going to ask, and you're going to laugh with your friends when you ask those questions. But think about this. I am so excited about this. Tesla, the electric vehicle department, it is a disruptor for Uber, as Uber was a disruptor for taxis, for Lyft. Think about this. All right, I have a friend who just bought a house in an attractive Airbnb market. He bought it not to rent it out, but to use it for Airbnb. He has a property manager who is handling everything, handling the pricing, handling the cleaning. He did a lot of work to get the house set up, and now this property manager is handling everything else. He doesn't have to worry about it. He already got for December 10 nights filled, which is more than enough for him to make his money back on his mortgage, and with a little room to spare. Now, think about that, because that is happening all over the United States with Airbnb. Think about that for vehicles. And think about this. I think we are near the day when you and your friends will ask the question, hey, you have some capital, you want to go in on a Tesla? And what does that mean to go in on a Tesla? Maybe what that means is you buy a Tesla somewhere where you don't even live. Let's say you live in Wisconsin. Just an example. You and 6 buddies invest some money in a self-driving Tesla that car is in New York. And all you're using that car for is ride sharing. And so then the Tesla drives itself around New York. It picks people up, drops them off, and it does this all day. Makes, I don't know, $500 a day. That's probably even a conservative estimate. But let's just say $500 a day, $15,000 a month. And somebody or a system, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody had the technology to create a system where this self-driving vehicle, when it needs to be charged, it goes to a charging station, it gets charged. Maybe there's an actual human being working there who's hooking up the Tesla, so that's deducted from your $500 that you've earned that day. And let's say that let's say the car needs maintenance after a year or so. And somebody else is handling that. You have a property manager or a system that the Tesla, if it needs to be towed, it'll get towed. You're off in Wisconsin doing your own thing, reaping the benefits, but it gets towed and it gets repaired. And so $15,000 a month, that is a conservative estimate with revenues. How much is that a year? That is $180,000 revenues a year. Now, there's expenses to that, but let's say the expenses take off $80,000, which again is very conservative. So you and your 6 friends divide $100,000 amongst yourselves in your earnings off of a Tesla. And all of a sudden you're looking at going in on Teslas the same way that you would look at going in on real estate. And let's say you build up your portfolio to 100 Teslas that are just driving around all over the country. Um, isn't that amazing? That may be the next real estate. That's real estate on a smaller scale. And you know who's going to benefit from that? Elon Musk is going to benefit from that. He may one day be the richest man in this world. He has some competition with that. He may one day be the rich. No, well, I think whoever owns the most Bitcoin will be the richest man in the world, and then Elon Musk. There's going to have to be. I'm sorry, this is a tangent. There is going to, when we're looking at the 500 richest people in the world, there is, I think, going to have to be a crypto and a non-crypto division. But and Elon Musk will probably be top among the non-crypto uh, people in terms of wealth. He probably has crypto anyway, so I'm not going to cry too much for Elon Musk. But anyway, that may be, real estate on a smaller scale, and that is exciting. It's like save up the passive income. It's like you own one Tesla, you may have enough passive income to survive based on the self driving. So what if you own 10 Teslas? What if you own 20? Where does this go? Once that self driving thing gets launched completely and it's reliable, I'm in. Maybe even passive income. Maybe I'll sell some of my Bitcoin, some of my Ethereum, maybe to buy some Teslas and generate that passive income. Man, the future is so bright. I hope you see that. I hope you're excited. But I don't have much else to say. But I am bullish long term on Tesla. I stay away from options. I would love to get on some options, but long term with Tesla, the sky is the limit. And maybe quite literally, the sky is the limit. Another topic for another time. Anyway, I'd love it if you like this video, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Where are we going with Tesla? To the moon? All right, to Mars? All right, stay safe out there. Stay safe with your money. Peace.